What's up, guys? Matt Alvarez here with episode number 9 of Market Militia Minutes. I'm really looking forward to the next 4 or 5 videos. We're going to be getting into how we're going to communicate with our potential customers or clients after we've added them to our email list. Now, like anything else, our email list is a tool for our business, and what we'll be talking about will show you how to use this tool to move people through the different levels of your value ladder. So the first thing that we're going to discuss is this idea of the attractive character. Simply put, this is the persona that's being shared with your audience. It's how we communicate. When it comes to making sales, creating our attractive character with some intentionality is one of the most important steps that we can take towards success in our business. Now, this attractive character is not necessarily someone who possesses extraordinarily good looks. Thank God, right? They may, but it's not necessary. What is necessary is a persona that attracts our dream client. It builds our following and eventually allows us to make sales. Attractive character allows us to build a following anywhere. It doesn't matter what platform we're on. The attractive character will draw people to us and our message. Whether online or offline, an attractive character is front and center of most successful businesses. For instance, Subway. They had this guy named Jared. Now, I know he ended up in prison, but that's neither here nor there. The fact is, for 15 years, Subway centered all of their marketing tactics around this guy that lost a bunch of weight eating Subway twice a day. And everyone around the world who needed to lose a few pounds could relate to Jared. Now, in the first year, when they removed him from their advertising, Subway lost almost $500 million in sales that first year. So it kind of shows you the power of this attractive character when you're building your brand and your marketing. So you can also think of it as, say, let's take that last movie you went to see. Did you go see it because the storyline was intriguing, or you were impressed by the plot? Probably not. You probably went because your favorite actor was in it, right? Because Hollywood uses this attractive character idea in everything they do. This concept, this attractive character concept, can be the difference between a $1,000 a month business and a $100,000 a month business. So when we create our attractive character, it requires 3 components: the elements, the identity, and the storylines. Now, this video is already going to be a little longer than my normal videos, so for brevity's sake, I'm going to go through the elements today, and in tomorrow's episode, we'll break down the identity and the storylines. So there are 4 elements that we have to take into account when we're talking about building our attractive character. The first is the backstory. This is essential if we want to have real results in our business. Our backstory is where we came from. And when we share it with people and they relate to where we came from, they want to follow us to where we are. Does that make sense? So if we're missing a backstory, our potential customers will see us as, untouchable, unreal maybe. They won't follow us. They won't want to hear anything that we have to say. They won't care. So critical to our backstory also is being able to relate it back to the product that we're selling. If our story doesn't relate for some reason, we can simply find people who do have a backstory that relates. Students that we've taught, case studies that we've done or that we've read, especially successful clients, if you have any of those. All of these are great resources for relatable backstories. The second element of our attractive character is that they speak in parables, short, easy to remember stories that convey a relevant point. If we look through our lives, we'll find these stories that can help illustrate important points. And these parables can also be drawn from the lives of other people if we don't have things that are relative. When we begin teaching through parables, though, instead of teaching with facts, our message will stick longer with our audience. and full transparency here, this is what we're talking about right now is exactly where I'm at. Russell Brunson calls it finding your voice. So um, he always says 100 straight days, 100 straight days, publish for 100 straight days. And when you do that, during that process, you find your voice. You figure out how you want to talk to the folks that you're actually wanting to attract. So um, the next element of our attractive character is they share their character flaws. Nobody wants to hear anything about somebody that's perfect. Nobody cares. It's the imperfections that make us relatable and real to our audience. Every believable, attractive character has flaws. Even Superman has kryptonite. So when we try to put on a perfect facade for our audience, we end up alienating all the people that we're actually wanting to attract. So when your audience knows you have character flaws, they'll begin to empathize with you because you too are imperfect just like they are. The final element of our attractive character is harnessing the power of polarity. Getting edgy. Neutral's boring. We can't walk around on eggshells with our messaging in hopes of not offending anyone. If we try to appease everyone, we won't reach anybody. An attractive character shares their opinions on hard things, and they stick to what they say. Um, when we do this, our audiences will be fractured. There'll be those who agree, there'll be those who disagree, and there'll be those who couldn't care one way or the other, right? This polarization is going to end up energizing all of your fair weather fans into those hardcore fans who follow what you say, they share your message, and they buy from you over and over and over again. Okay, so start taking sides on important issues. I mean, sure, if you remain neutral, no one's going to hate you, but no one's going to know who you are either. So you'll definitely get haters, but also a group of raving fans, and those are the people who will buy your products and services. So that's going to cover it for today's episode. Like I said, tomorrow we're going to dive into the identity and the storylines and kind of tie all of it together. Feel free to comment below this video or DM me directly with questions or suggestions. And whatever platform you're watching this on, like, share, subscribe, follow, all the things. It's greatly appreciated. That said, I'm out, and I'll see you guys on the next one.